Hi.
Hi.
Julie, relax. Everything's cool. I want you to think about something, all right? Why do you have to run off to New York right after Iva adopts the baby? We can still be a part of that kid's life, you know.
Still no improvement with you and Andy?
No. Doesn't look like there's gonna be either.
Well, you look like you're feeling better this morning.
Yeah, I guess.
Last night was nice. Climbing in your window, talking for a while. I'm sorry if I got a little carried away. You seem to have that effect on me, though. I hope you didn't get any trouble from your landlady for entertaining a guy in your room last night.
No. She minded. She didn't say anything. I saw her this morning. She was heading up to the cabin in the mountains.
It's a nice day to be in the mountains.
Yeah, except for it's going to be kind of sad for her because she's got to, well, it'll be the first time that she's gone up there since her husband died, and she's got to, you know, clean it out and get rid of all the stuff before she sells it.
Yeah, that must be rough.
Yeah. She's going to be remembering all those good times they had, and, you know, they can't have them again. I think that's probably the hardest part.
Julie, all I'm saying is, it's just great. It's great to have you back in my life. I don't want to lose you again.
Oh, the air is so wonderful up here. It must be 10 degrees cooler than in town. It always is. Ellen, do you want to sit out here for a while before we go in?
No, the memories are out here, too. Susan, I really appreciate you giving up your days off to come up here and help me. It's above and beyond.
Oh, no. Just, if it makes it easier for you, just say it's for Emily. I know she'd be here if she could.
Yeah. I spoke to her last night. It was good to talk to her.
Oh, good. Oh, this is great. You sure you don't want to hang on to this place for a while?
No. But it would be almost like having it in the family, Bob were to... It's stuffy in here. Let's open the windows. Ugh.
Ellen, please don't feel that you can't say Bob's name in front of me. I love Bob. I won't deny that. But I really think he belongs with Kim. I don't think he's going to be happy until they make things right between them. And I'm sure they will in time.
Well, I didn't want to say anything about this until after the wedding, for Franny's sake. But as soon as she's married, maybe what we need to do is take whatever steps are necessary to make our separation legal.
I thought the whole idea of living apart was to try to find a way to save our marriage.
Well, it was in the beginning, but I mean, you said yourself, the two of us are living in this limbo, and we're not any closer to any kind of a solution than we were over a year ago.
You know, this is really ironic. I mean, I was going to ask you, since I'm still on vacation, to drive up to Ellen's cabin and help me decide whether or not I should buy it for us.
Wouldn't change the present situation, even if I did go, would it?
I don't know. I thought it might. Do you really think that a legal separation is going to make either one of us happier?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. All I do know is that if you and I keep living like this, we're married, we're not married, neither one of us can really get on with our life. A decision has to be made. We can't stay in the same place. Maybe the only way out of this limbo is to get a divorce.
one thing's for sure, you are going to make a beautiful bridesmaid.
Thank you. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awkward also with Andy there and such a big part of the wedding.
Maybe you'll have things patched up by then.
Oh, I doubt it. But right after the wedding, I'm gonna go visit my brother Sean in Switzerland. That'll be good.
Well, not for long, I hope.
I don't know.
I'll miss you. You're one of the first people I met when I came to town, and one of the only folks who hasn't treated me like poison since the Walsh takeover.
People will forget. Well, I gotta go back to work. How about you? You going to the office?
Yes, I am. As much as I hate to tear myself away. Listen, do you want to hang on to Amber's latest for me? I'll try to make it back for lunch. Are you okay?
Yeah, just dizzy there for a second. Just the heat, though.
Are you sure that's all?
Yeah. Hey, go change. Don't worry about me.
Well, maybe I like worrying about you. I'll see you later.
How are Julie and the baby?
Good. I'm sorry that the call interrupted us.
Didn't interrupt us, Andy. We were through talking. I gotta go back to
I'm not. Court, I meant everything I said. I know we can get back on track. Just give me another chance, okay? Don't let him move in on you before we have time to even just try.
Move in on you.
You what?
I watched Julie move in on you. Take over your life, change everything about you.
You made your choice. Now let me make mine.
Hi.
Hello.
I talked to Julie, and Lisa's on her way up there to see the baby.
Oh, good.
Did you make that appointment with Jessica Griffin?
Yes, I did, for 12 o'clock. You should really think about this, because, you know, Jessica doesn't know that your name's on the birth certificate.
Well, that's okay, because she's a lawyer, and she'll keep it in confidence.
Yeah, but when I tell Jessica who Julie Shea really is, we'll probably have to have a new birth certificate to make the adoption legal. So now would be an excellent time to have your name taken off.
You want to put Holden's name on there?
No. Julie can just say the father is unknown.
What? No way. That's not right. I've invested a lot of time in this. I want my name on the birth certificate. That's the best thing for everyone. That way, Holden doesn't have to know anything about this.
We must have 20 years of receipts from carpenters, electricians, plumbers.
Whoever was here last year left this place well stocked.
Must have been Franny when she came up alone and then had to go back when, you know, when Dana was missing.
Oh.
Susan, you're close to Larry. How's he taking Franny's engagement?
Well, he's taking it pretty hard, actually. He's in love with her. And I think the closer it gets to the wedding, the harder it's going to be.
I'm surprised that they set the day so soon, but I don't blame them for not wanting to lose out on any time. Time just has a way of... You never know how much you'll have. David and I had so many plans. What we would finally do when he retired. Not that I wasn't fooling myself all along.
Why do you say that?
Oh, David never would have retired. Not as long as they hadn't found a cure for AIDS. Not that I didn't admire him. I admired his determination. I was so proud of him.
Oh, I know you were. Must have made it tough to complain about his work.
Made it impossible. I know people wonder why I didn't move down to Atlanta to be with him all the time. I wouldn't have been with him. I would have been alone all day waiting for him to finally come home at night. Exhausted. In a city that wasn't my home. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about all this with you.
Oh, don't be silly. I was able to see firsthand how obsessed David was with his work.
I don't want you to think we didn't have good times together these past years.
I know. And at least you know David loved you. There was never another woman to compete with his time.
I think that would have been easier to deal with. I mean, at least you could force a choice. With David, I could never have asked him to choose between me and his work. I know what he would have chosen.
I'm sorry. I should have let Franny answer the phone, but I thought she might be in the shower.
That's all right. I can't believe that you're really thinking of divorce. I won't believe it.
Well, we'll put it on hold until after the wedding, and then we'll see where we are.
Isn't that what you hated most when we were trying to live under the same roof, pretending in front of the family?
Yes, it still is, but I mean, what are we gonna do? We have no choice for Franny's sake.
What am I supposed to do, forget that you're thinking of divorce? And just...
Well, hello there, you two.
Hi, John.
Hiya, Bob. I won't even ask. I know you're not due back until next week.
Well, this is like old times running into you.
Isn't it, though? Yeah. I wanted to talk to you. Andy said he was going to talk to you. I wonder if you'd found out what's going on in his head. What happened between him and Courtney?
I haven't a clue. I don't know anything more than I did last night.
Good morning.
Hi, Darryl.
Hello, Darryl.
I know Franny can get to the castle on her own, but well, if I take her there myself, we're able to spend more time together.
Well, I hope you feel that way throughout the rest of your married life.
Hi. Nice to see you here. What are you doing? Hi, Daddy.
Ed, you look terrific.
I'll see you all later.
Thanks, you do too. Listen, Mom, where are you going to be the rest of the day in case we need to talk about wedding plans?
I'm going to work here for a while, and then I have meetings at the studio.
Okay, great. Well, so maybe I'll call you later. I got to go to work. I at least have to put in an appearance.
Well, this is better than we could possibly be.
Oh, yeah?
How are you?
Hi. Oh, why didn't you call?
Well, I would have picked you up at the airport.
Well, I left the car there, so there was no need.
Well, we got in early last evening, but because of the time change, we felt as if it was the middle of the night, so we went straight home to bed. Of course, we got up this morning with the birds.
Oh.
Nancy couldn't wait to come over here and surprise you.
I can't tell you how glad I am to have you home.
Well, seeing you here with your family is the nicest homecoming present we could have wished for.
Diet soda. It changed the world of later.
Bye.
Maybe that's why I decided to sell the cabin, to just streamline my life so that I could look to the future, unencumbered.
Right. Well, if you feel that way, maybe we should get started on the attic.
Joe! I knew you were such a slave driver. I would have brought someone along to help out.
Work.
You.
Dad, can you join us?
No, I can't. I'm meeting Ralph Mitchell for lunch.
Well, hey, if you do stay around for the weekend, will you come back for dinner?
I will. I'll call you. Thank you. Excuse me.
Hey, Ralph.
Speaking of Ralph, he and Gavin and Arthur Claiborne stopped by my office this morning. Apparently, Gavin's hired Arthur to represent him on the riverfront development.
Yeah, I know. I wonder if Gavin knows that Arthur is also working on a tax matter for an organized crime family in Chicago.
That's probably where he got the bloody recommendation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa told me you went to Wisconsin for your vacation?
Yeah, I did some fishing, played some bad golf, and some hiking.
Doesn't sound like you had a very good time.
Well, I didn't. Ralph, I'm not much of a loner. I like to share good times with someone.
I'm sure you're thinking of Kim.
Right now, I don't think either one of us would have enjoyed a vacation together.
You know, it's really funny to an outsider like me looking at the two of you, two attractive people who obviously care a great deal about each other. The solution to this thing seems so simple. But I know that the only people who really know what's going on in a relationship are the people who are in it.
Well, I wish I did. I thought all along that Kim wanted reconciliation as much as I did. It turns out I was wrong.
You're not painting a very encouraging picture for an old bachelor.
Not that it's any of my business, but, are you and Lisa getting serious?
Well, let's just say that Lisa is certainly one of the main reasons I'm in Oakdale.
Don't say that so loudly. Your boss just walked in with my stepdaughter.
My statement still stands. Although I've got to tell you something. If I didn't know better, I think she was seeing another man out of town. She says she's just helping out a friend, and she's over there today. But it's beginning to look a little suspicious to me.
I wouldn't worry about that. Lisa loves to help her friends, whether her friends need that help or not.
Uh-oh. I know she's been pressing you and Kim to get back together. I hope it hasn't backfired.
Now, Kim and I can't blame outside forces. Our trouble began between the two of us, and that's the way it's going to end, one way or the other. If anybody's going to take our order, we seem to be short-staffed today. Courtney's usually here, but I guess it's her day off.
Put me down. I mean, I can walk.
What's the matter? What's the matter here?
She fainted at the yacht club.
It's really nothing. Yeah, I would not have come if Bill had
Very
not
hot and
insisted.
humid today.
That's it. It was so
No,
hot.
but I had breakfast. You felt dizzy this morning when I had breakfast at the yacht club, and it wasn't hot then.
Oh, this is silly. This
Come on, let us
is
be the
nothing.
Jake. You never
A
sit down here.
wheelchair. Oh, Will. Yeah, I do
No,
not.
come on now. I want you to take her in. I want to SMA 6 or 12 on the CBC. All right, keep going.
Would you please call Bill Harper? Tell him not to tell him.
You told him already when you left.
I know, but he wasn't listening. Go back to work.
I'm not leaving until I know you're okay.
Listen, how long, what happened exactly?
I don't know. She got up, felt dizzy, and then just passed out.
How long was she out?
2, 3 minutes. We put some cold towels on her head. She came to pretty quick. Excuse me, I need to make that phone call.
Know what I'm thinking?
What?
I hope I'm wrong. That she's pregnant.
It's plumbing.
For hair clogs at their worst.
Oh, it's for you.
Liquid Plumber's the one to call to clear tough clogs fast.
It's for you.
Call Liquid Plumber first.
Mighty Dog presents Buster. Pound for pound, he uses up more energy than most dogs twice his size. That's why we make Mighty Dog with the perfect balance of nutrients. It does big things for little dogs.
Thinking about what to serve tonight? Think about Hillshire Farm.
Think about fast. Think about good. Think about fast, delicious ways that you could serve it on Hillshire Farm. Think about it tonight.
Fast, delicious. That's Hillshire Farm, now with 33% less fat.
Hillshire Farm. Think about it. Think about it. Yeah, tonight.
Okay, blankets.
Blanket.
Bunny.
Bunny.
Donut.
Donut.
What kind of an example is that?
Oh.
Yeah, come on, try these.
Introducing Kellogg's Nutri-Grain cereal bars.
Is new?
Uh-huh.
New Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars have whole grain goodness with real fruit filling, no preservatives or cholesterol.
Good, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars can start your morning off right.
We got everything? Baby.
New Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars.
Excuse me, Jessica, I hate to interrupt your lunch with a business matter, but Barbara thought under the circumstances you would understand.
What circumstances?
Well, I know you've all been worried about your friends' and relatives' investments in the retirement center, so I've decided to go ahead with it and honor the deposits made to Reyes. Now, I'd like you to get copies of the agreement to Mr. Claiborne as soon as possible, so we know exactly what we're talking about.
I think it's very generous of Gavin, considering the responsibility was Sabrina's and not his.
It is certainly good news.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure it will make you the most popular man in town. Gavin, when do you expect groundbreaking to take place?
Well, as soon as practical.
Well, I will get the papers along with the files over to Arthur.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, I'll leave you to your lunch. Bon appetit.
Now, this day is just full of surprises.
I think the shovels will dig the depositors' graves before any groundbreaking ever takes place.
You are such a skeptic. Jessica, can you tell us about any other surprises, huh?
Oh, Joe Higgins
no.
might be able to tell you about a couple of surprises when he gets back from Chicago.
Duncan.
What? They're our friends. They know how we feel about each other.
Joel came to Jessica's apartment this morning to ask her to breakfast, and while they were negotiating, I arrived, and I managed to say something about not spending the night, and I was carrying flowers for my lady love.
Well, I guess it's probably better that he knows, huh?
Well, yeah, but he and Lamar became pretty good friends while Lamar was here, and I just don't want him saying anything to Lamar before I do.
Joel's too busy in Chicago working on the Crawford case.
Man, I hope it's not a waste of his time. It's very possible the answers we're looking for are right here in Oakdale.
I'll just grab a bite to eat at the bar.
So, can you have lunch with us, Daddy?
I can't. I just had lunch with Ralph.
Oh.
Listen, I think I have come up with an idea of a wedding present for you two. I wanted to have a special meeting.
Oh, Daddy, you're so sweet. Anything at all that you give Daryl and me would have special meaning.
Okay. Ellen is thinking of selling the cabin, and I'd like to give it to you two as a wedding present.
What?
That is generous.
Daddy, are you sure?
Listen, it's not done
huge.
yet because I have to drive up there. I have the key, and I'm
Right.
going up this afternoon, and I
Right.
want to make sure they're not putting a freeway
Daddy,
right
they're
through the
not.
kitchen.
They're not. It's the most wonderful, beautiful gift you could ever give us. Oh, Daddy, that's so sweet. I love you.
I love
Thank
you,
you.
Hardly anyone knows we're here. Hello?
Hi, Ellen. It's Iva Snyder. Now, it's nothing serious, but Courtney fainted at the yacht club today, and Evan Walsh brought her into ER for some tests.
Oh, no. I know she wasn't feeling well last night, but I thought she was better this morning.
Yeah, well, I thought you should know.
Oh, I'm so glad that you called, Iva. Who's taking care of her?
Well, John is, and he just had her moved to a private room. Apparently, he seems to think that she was dehydrated, so they're doing some fluid replacement and running some lab tests before they release her.
Well, give her my love and tell her that I will be there as soon as I can. I'm leaving right now.
Okay, I will let her know.
Okay, bye-bye. Courtney? Yeah, she fainted at the yacht club. John is taking some tests. Well, hopefully it's nothing serious. I want to be with her. Oh, Susan, I'm so sorry. I know you're looking forward to staying over tonight.
Well, I was. Would you mind driving back alone?
I can't leave you here without a car.
Well, I wouldn't mind, and there's a lot to do. I mean, I could start weeding out in the back.
Oh, you could relax, read a book, maybe take a swim. All right, I'll come back for you tomorrow, or else if I can't make it, I'll send someone else.
Oh, great. That sounds great. Listen, I just wanted to say I'm sorry it worked out this way. I really did enjoy the time we had together.
Thanks. I'm glad you did. I did, too. Well, you have a good time. And I'll give you a ring. I'll let you know how things are.
Oh, could I have the keys? Oh! Give Courtney my love.
I will. I will. Bye-bye.
Even care. You haven't been around enough to see me in it. You're just mad because Evan was here when you showed up.
Ma, excuse us. Hi. What's this about you not eating enough?
I thought that hospital records were supposed to be private.
Hey, come on. We love you, sweetie, but you gotta start taking better care of yourself.
I'll say.
Courtney.
Hi.
How are you feeling, dear? I'm sorry that Iva called you. I know you had a lot of work to do up there.
Honey, don't worry about it. Susan and I got a lot done before Iva called, and Susan decided to stay on and keep working.
This is really ironic. I was going to ask you to drive up to Ellen's cabin.
It wouldn't change anything if I did go, would it?
Daddy, Casey delivered the baby. You should see him. He's so beautiful.
This will always be such a special place for us. After all, it's where we realized we've always been in love.
She offered to, help me sort through things, and she was a wonderful help. In fact, she decided to stay up there and continue working. Courtney, I was so worried when Iva called and said you'd been brought to emergency. Do the doctors know why you fainted?
Well, Dr. Dixon gave me a lecture about eating 3 square meals a day.
Well, I hope you listened carefully.
But I know that Daddy had no idea. Oh, I agree. I'm sure it was entirely innocent. It's just that what really upset me, when I first heard about it, I had this moment of terrible doubt.
What are you doing here?
Well, I came up with Ellen this morning to sort through some things. She said you were interested in buying the cabin, but she didn't say that you were going to drive up here today.
That was spur of the moment.
Oh.
Is Ellen down at the lake?
No, she left. I guess you can see that I wasn't expecting company.
Neither was I. Some other time.
Well, that's silly. After you drove all the way up here?
You know, I was thinking about the first time I came up here with David to go fishing. This is a special place. We had great times.
I think Alan's been dealing with the memories, too.
Is that why she left, or was it too much for her?
Oh, no. I guess you haven't heard about Courtney.
No, what happened?
Well, she fainted at the yacht club and had to be taken to ER. I gather it's nothing serious, but Ellen wanted to be there for her. So I said, sure, take the car and come back for me whenever.
Well, I'll call the hospital and check on the kid.
I was about to make myself some lunch. How about joining me?
It really is ironic. Your father just asked me this morning if I would drive up to the cabin with him.
Well, see there, Mom? So that proves he had no idea Susan was going to be there.
I know, you're right. Expect it's about there right now. And so now we have another interesting set of circumstances. I wonder if... I gotta get back to work. Keep me posted on Courtney.
Okay, Mom, I will.
Bye-bye.
What's up?
Oh, Mom and I just found out from Ellen that Susan is up at the cabin by herself, and
your dad is...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I know it's not prearranged, but still, it just, I mean, you know, it just tears Mom apart.
Franny, I want to promise you something.
What?
I will never put you in a situation where Kim's is like. As long as I live, I'll never look at another woman.
Probably not till the end of the week or so.
Oh, that's good. Well, and that gives us more time to spend together with the baby.
It's kind of strange that no one is living in the pool.
No, darling.
You look terrific.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Well, what's going on? Now that we're on the board of directors at Walsh, we just come and go as we please?
Not really. I'm taking a late lunch because we were so busy this morning with...
Spare me details.
Well, listen, I know that Gavin made you an offer. Why don't you think about taking him up on it?
Darling, I've given it some thought. The only thing that I was surprised at was that, Gavin was such a humanitarian.
I'm sure that Gavin's motives were not all that unselfish. He knows what an asset you'd be.
Well, enough about business. Holden and I want to talk to you about wedding plans.
Why? Can't the other mother of the bride handle things?
Iva's been busy.
Busy? Her only child is getting married, and she's too busy. What has she got to do? What? What's going on? Is something wrong with her?
No, actually, it's kind of exciting.
There's no reason not to tell her.
Well, good heavens! If there's some exciting news, let me know.
Okay. Iva's gonna adopt a baby.
Chicago. She's unmarried, and she can't afford to bring up the baby.
Oh, okay. So she's just gonna take on a kid. Just take on the kid. Doesn't that go above and beyond the call to friendship?
Iva said that she's thought this out very carefully. She really wants to raise this baby.
I think it has a lot to do with giving up Lily for adoption all those years ago.
Oh, God, I see. Well, my pussycat, looks like you're gonna have another sibling. Do you know whether it's a half-brother or a half-sister?
It's a brother.
Wow, Holden, you're going to be an uncle or something. I must remember. I have to put it down in my diary. I must remember to congratulate Iva.
This is just great. I love, look at this terrace. It's wonderful.
How about the alcove in the bedroom? Perfect for a crib. And look at the sunshine. This place gets so much sun, it's called
John, are you the realtor on this apartment? I mean, are you getting some money for this or something? Come on.
I just get a great neighbor if you decide to rent it.
Well, it's perfect. I mean,
Good.
It's furnished, and if everything goes well, the baby and I can move in at the end of the week.
Has your friend thought of any names yet?
No. She's going to leave that up to me, I think.
Got any ideas?
Yeah. I've been thinking about my father's middle name. It's a name you don't hear of very often.
Gus.
No.
Igor.
No.
Pete.
No.
George.
Aaron.
Aaron. Aaron Snyder?
Yes. What do you think?
Well, I think it goes with Caleb and Seth. Aaron Snyder. I think it's a nice Snyder name.
Good. I think so, too. I think so, too.
Now, listen.
What?
You're going to let me help out here a little bit from time to time, right?
I don't know. I mean, you'll have to promise me that you know, I'm not going to put you out or anything, you know.
No. It's going to be kind of like time I sort of got cheated out of with Margot and Duke. It's time you can't make up for.
Ed, it'll be nice to settle down again.
Well, I want you and your pa to stay on. You know, help with the animals, look after the house. That'll keep you busy right straight through till spring.
Hey, did you speak to Caleb lately?
I talked to him last night. He's enjoying that new job.
Good.
Says it makes you feel like he's a brand new start.
That's sort of how I feel.
Mrs. Strickland.
Hello there.
Hey.
Wait a minute now. What are you doing playing?
I have to see Dr. Dixon about a job. He's outside talking to Mrs. Stewart.
And her protein level is down, which is another indication that she hasn't been eating sufficiently.
Well, I promise you that's going to change.
Okay.
How long do you think she'll have to stay?
Oh, I think just a few more hours. I want to get her fluid levels up first.
Oh.
Hey.
You gave us quite a scare. You know, we're dependent on you to be, you know, on the bridesmaids.
Depend on me. I'll be there.
That's right, we are. Listen, Daryl and I have got some errands to run for the wedding, but I'll talk to you later, okay? All right, sweetie. I want to talk to you, too, okay?
About what?
About taking pictures? I mean, you're the man with the camera, right?
I am the man with the camera.
The only man with the camera.
I'll give you a call.
All right.
See you later.
Bye. Hi, Ellen, would you tell me if there's anything I can do for Courtney? Let me know.
Oh, thank you, dear. Sure.
Okay, great, thanks.
By the way, Bob called about Courtney.
Oh, he did? Did he say where he was calling from?
No, he didn't. I didn't ask him.
Okay. Thanks, John. Bye-bye, Ellen.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Ellen. Lila told me about Courtney. I hope the doctor's got her on the road to recovery.
Yeah, she's going to be all right.
I'm going in to speak with her, and you can see her after I do. You want to come in with me, Ellen?
Sure.
Why don't you, when you get your moving arrangements all worked out, let me know, and I'll see if I can take a couple of hours off to give you a hand.
Okay.
What moving arrangements?
Well, don't you think it's about time I left the nest, got a place of my own, huh?
Well, I guess so. Maybe kind of hard on your mama, though.
Yeah.
Sounds to me like you already got a place.
Yeah, in John's building, and if everything goes well, I'll move in at the end of the week.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, and I won't be alone, though. I'm going to adopt a little baby boy.
Well, partner, I really appreciate your giving me the morning off. You know, it seems to me every one of those wedding plans I cross off the list, 2 more pop up.
Well, it must be very hard organizing this all by yourself.
Well, actually, Bob took a couple of days off from his vacation to help out. But, you know, we're down to the details now, things that I would be handling anyway, even if we weren't... you have a seat. Would you like some iced tea or something?
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, I'll be right back. Hey, Jeffrey.
Hey, there you are.
Nice to see you again. Knowing that Bob and Susan are together.
John said that Daddy called the hospital to see how Courtney was doing. I asked him if he knew where Daddy was calling from. He said no.
Well, honey, How would your father know about Courtney unless Susan told him?
Well, that's wonderful, Ellen. Oh, no, there's no need to rush up here. I'm just fine. Yeah, give my love to Courtney. Bye.
I gather that the patient is all right.
Oh, yes, she's fine. Ellen wants to get her all settled in, and then she'll drive up here tomorrow.
Did you tell Ellen that I was here?
No. I didn't know what to say.
It doesn't matter. When I get back, I'll tell my wife.
You know, you have this, wonderful honesty. I don't know why that surprises me. I remember when you told me that you were going to tell Kim about Foxwood Lodge. And I begged you not to. I guess I knew back then that you could never be anything but brutally honest.
Well, if I've learned anything about myself, it's that I guess I'm not the kind of a guy that can easily deal with. I better head back to town. Thanks for lunch.
Wasn't very good, was it?
No.
Well, then stay for dessert. I have these gorgeous strawberries. I bought them at a roadside stand on the way up with Ellen.
Strawberries.
Farm grown. Might be the last of the season.
How can I refuse?
All right.
go ahead.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Oh,
Look at him. Oh,
Got his head.
yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay, I got him. Oh, my goodness.
Ah.
He's so sweet.
Well, Ivy, don't you think it's about time that he had a name?
Oh, yes, yes. And I've been thinking about my father's middle name, Aaron.
Aaron?
Aaron, what do you think of that?
It's a beautiful name.
He likes it.
Look at he
What a
likes
wonderful
it.
smile.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hospital certificate of birth.
Oh, thank you.
Here, I'll put it away.
I told Tom and Margot about the adoption.
Iva, I wish you hadn't done that. So many people know already. I mean, it's only going to be a matter of time before Lucinda puts the pieces together and goes straight to Holden and Caleb.
Julie, Andy's name is on the birth certificate, and there's no way that Lucinda can prove that he's not the father.
Honey, don't worry about Lucy, please, because Iva and I will keep her in line.
Lisa's right. There's no way that I'm going to let Lucinda ruin all that we've planned. Aaron's future is my top priority. Oh, look at you. You're so beautiful.
Julie had a son.
Oh, no, thanks. I can find it. Hey, there you are.
Hi, Cal.
Listen, I knew you were hoping that Matthew would act like an angry Rottweiler, but I've got his number.
Hey, what you got behind your back?
Well, usually a gent brings a lady a flower, but I thought maybe this would be more appropriate. I mean, you're both survivors, and it'll thrive in a hostile environment.
Okay. I won't kiss it, though.
No, I love it at a distance.
And I'm hardly thriving, huh?
Well, now, that's what I want to talk to you about. I think maybe that this might help.
Yeah?
I'd like you to give an in-depth interview on patterns.
Why?
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 Because you're a celebrity and our ratings go through the roof. That's why. Also, it'd give you a chance to expose some of this takeover hanky-panky and give Evan and Kirk and Connor a dose of salts in public.
I'm not going to go public and publicize those creeps. Anyway, I have plans. I'm going to visit my daughter in Montega, my daughter Sierra. Did you know that I'm about to become a grandmother for the second time?
No. What are you gonna do, sit on the beach and knit baby booties?
God, I understand that there's a new addition out at the farm. Emma's going to be a grandmother again as well.
Yes, but the baby is not going to live at the farm. Iva has rented a furnished apartment in John's building.
You know, that's where everything changed with us. And he stopped seeing me as a kid and a pest, and it was so
Everyone. Hey, Lisa. Hi, honey. Oh, I hardly see anything of you at all.
I know. That's because I have been away so much. I've been out of town with a sick friend of mine. But thank goodness the crisis, I think it's finally over.
Oh, good.
You know what? We have to go. We have an appointment for our rings, don't we? What time? We're late.
We gotta go shopping.
Bye.
Bye. Nice to see you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it's nice tea.
I'd love it. No, they're such an adorable couple. Kim, tell me, what can I do to help you with the wedding arrangements and everything? By the way, I can't stay too long. I do have to get over to Mona Lisa.
Oh, I'm going to see you there later tonight.
Great. I will reserve my finest table for you and Bob.
Oh, no, I'm having dinner with Jeff Talbot.
Kim, darling, I don't have to tell you that the best wedding present you can possibly give Franny is for you to work things out with Bob.
You see, it just doesn't seem to be in the cards.
Why? Why do you say that when you know that Bob wants to come back here and be with you more than anything else in the whole
wide world? Yes. I know. You know something? If that were true, then Bob would have dealt with his attraction for Susan. And then I wouldn't have to worry every time I know they're alone that they're going to give in to it again.
Kim, they're not alone. They just, well, except when they have coffee at the hospital. That's all.
Honey, right now, they are alone at the Stewart cabin.
What?
Susan went up to the cabin with Ellen to help her, and she stayed on when Ellen came back.
Why did Bob go up there?
Well, because he's thinking of buying the cabin, so he went up to look it over.
What are we sitting here for? You've got to jump in your car. You've got to hightail it up there right
Lisa.
now. No, I will call up Jeff. I will cancel your appointment.
For heaven, can you... Listen, I am not going to live the rest of my life being a watchdog for Bob. It's a hell of a way to live a life.
Well, all right. I'll call Bob myself.
Don't you dare. This just may be the best thing. Maybe Bob will find out, once and for all, how strong his attraction for Susan really is.
See? Aren't you glad you decided to go fishing?
Well, I'm glad you came along. You brought me luck.
Well, for change. I'm sorry. Just slipped out. Gee, those are beauties.
And they're yours. This is repayment for those incredible last of the season strawberry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This may sound a little stupid, but, what do I do with these?
Well, you clean them. You gut them. Some people cook them with the heads on and some with the heads off.
Ah, decisions.
Then, of course, after you clean them, you have to season them. Lemon, a little butter.
Right.
Then you put them over the hot coals for about 3 minutes on each side. You're really thrilled about all this, aren't you?
Well, I love fish. I really do. It's the preparation thing. I suppose a doctor should never admit this, but I used to get squeamish when we dissected the frog. I just put these in the fridge.
Put some plastic wrap around them, huh?
Okay.
I think the longer that we go on like this, married but not really married, neither one of us can get on with our lives. A decision has to be made. We can't stay in the same place. It seems to me that the only way out of this limbo may be to get a divorce.
Well, what have you decided? You gonna buy the place? Ellen would be thrilled if you and Kim ended up with it. She said it would be like keeping it in the family.
Well, the way things are between Kim and me right now, if I decided to buy it, I would give it to Franny and Darryl as a wedding gift.
Oh, he's a part of you, Julie. Look, I was thinking maybe once Ivan moves into the apartment, you could come visit once in a
No,
while.
Andy, I can't do that. If I showed up in Oakdale, they would know that I wasn't pregnant, and then there would be no point in calling the farm in a month and telling them that I just had a baby in New York. Oh. I just can't help thinking that Lucinda's going to put together the pieces. I know Lisa and Iva say that they can handle her, but I think she could outsmart them.
No, they can. They can. Don't you worry about Lucinda.
Every time I think about Lucinda, I just get this chill up my spine.
And Dr. Dixon gave me a wonderful part-time job.
Great. Good for John. What are you going to do, darling?
Well, I'll be helping Iva Snyder with preparations for the AIDS ball, and afterwards all the follow-up work.
Well, lucky, lucky Iva.
Hello. Iva. Hello, Bianca.
I'm so happy to be working for you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Excuse me, I want to call Zach and tell him the news.
Well, what a surprise. Surprise visit.
Matthew said you were out here.
Yes. Iva, your ears must have been burning all day. People have been coming here and talking to me about you. Cal told me that you're moving into John's apartment building. Lillian Holden told me that you are thinking about adopting a baby, the baby of a dear, dear, dear friend of yours. Who could that possibly be?
You're right, it's Julie's baby.
Yes. And Holden's baby.
No, no. I have the birth certificate. And as you can see for yourself, Andy is listed as the father.
Everything I read. I'm just curious why you came all the way over here to tell me it's Julie's baby.
Why? Because you would have figured it out, and I want to get this straight right up front that my family doesn't know that it's Julie's baby, and I don't want them ever to find out.
I see, you're being honest with me. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I know that you would not adopt this baby if it were not a Snyder baby.
No,
and it's Holden's baby.
No, you're wrong. And if you continue to spread these malicious lies, I will go to Lily, and
I'm not spreading any lies. I'm not lying at all. I'm not interested. I'm staying here. I'm sitting back. I'm going to watch you get tangled in your web of lies. It'll be fun for me. And when everything blows up in your face, fine. Lillian Holden will turn on you. Andy's father will turn on you. Well, you'll have only yourself to blame.
Iva.
I was going to ask you to drive up to Ellen's cabin. Help me decide if I should buy it. For us.
I hope I'm not late.
Ah, no, you're right on the dot, as usual.
Whoa, you look lovely.
Oh.
Is that a new dress?
You bet it is. Actually, I wasn't sure if Bob would...
It's all right. You look terrific.
Thank you.
Kim, if I'm making you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. It's just that I can't help feeling that you're just too much of a woman to be alone.
Oh, do you believe that sunset? Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah. Beautiful. You know, Susan, being here today with you, I keep thinking about Foxwood Lodge. You. And me.
I do too. I guess if we knew then what we know now, things would have been different.
Maybe. It was irresistible impulse. I've never blamed you for that night.
You don't have to. I blame myself. I always will for causing you so many problems.
Look, don't say that.
But it's true. Look, actually, maybe you should go back. Go back to Oakdale and be happy.
Brought to you today by Ivory Liquid, where clean and soft go hand in hand.
Not everyone knows this, Shirley, but your mom wasn't always this smart.
Why?
Because I used to think to get my dishes really clean, I had to use stuff that was rough on my hands. Boy, was I wrong.
Am I being unfair? Am I being unjust? Perhaps it's only that your accommodations at the Lakeview Towers are not comfortable, and you've come here to move back into my pool house, or perhaps you want to move into my room with me.
You're not making this very easy, Lucinda.
I never read you right. I always thought you very bland. Look at you, tears in the eyes, quivering lip. I don't know. I never had any inkling what you were up to all those months. You were living here, working closely with me, and I was teaching you everything that I knew.
You were very kind to me, and that made it very difficult for me to follow through with all of this.
Yeah, but you did it anyway. That was easy, that part, wasn't it? You came out of nowhere, you took my company, you stabbed me in the back, you fixed me. Textbook case to be studied. No doubt.
I didn't do this alone, Lucinda.
No, you didn't, darling. You couldn't have. You couldn't have. Not without Kirk. And not without my daughter's inexperience. And luck. You had a lot of luck. And you are lucky now, my God. Wall stock is climbing. I do read the Wall Street Journal. I can't help it. It's habit. A lot of luck. Well, enjoy it, darling. Your triumph is complete.
I don't really feel that way, and I would like a chance to explain some of the things that I said at the stockholder meeting.
You don't have to explain anything to me. I can hear. I heard everything you said. Possibly, dear. You didn't hear what I said about your father, you know? I cut him out because he was dead wood. He was inept. I was not going to allow that man to drag Mr. Walsh's company down, and he would have done that. I had the vision, and I worked to make that reality. And I worked to make money. I did the work, and you were a kid, and all you did was plot revenge, huh?
It's about more than just revenge. Don't you understand? You destroyed my father when you cut him out of the business. I had to watch him die little by little and listen to my mother tell him every day of his life what a failure he was because of what you did. Because he wasn't able to provide her and her kids with the kind of life that she thought we deserved.
What you deserve? Darling, what do you think you deserve? What do you think you deserve? You feel bad that you weren't a millionaire? You had food. You never starved. You went to good schools. You had stock that was appreciating in value all the time. What do you think you deserved? Other people like me have to fight. I fought to get where I am. Clawed my way out of poverty.
What a fitting image of you. I'm sure you did. Until you met my grandfather and you saw your chance to marry him and take over his business. Or are you going to tell me that it was some kind of love match between you and a man over twice your age?
Dear, neither of us had any illusions about that. He was a very nice man. He was very lonely, and I was very enthusiastic, and we both got what we wanted out of it. Hope. Hope. I put hope back in a man's life.
Oh, really? While you just hovered around waiting for him to die so you could take over Walsh and cut out my father, who was the rightful heir. You know, it wasn't just my father who lost his sense of identity, his sense of who he was. You took that away from me and from Evan, too.
Oh, dear. Well, now, what does it matter? It's all academic. You've got your revenge. You've got everything you want. Why aren't you enjoying yourself? You know, revenge is sweet. Enjoy it. Of course, I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead, and I will never forget what you have done to me, and furthermore, to my company. And when I feel like it, I'll take you out.
That's enough, Lucinda.
Link! Hello, good evening. Do you know what this girl has done? I mean, aren't you appalled by her
That's
lies?
between me and Connor. I'm sorry I talked you into coming out here.
Oh, everyth's clear. Now I know what this visit was all about. This was just an act, right? This was just an act to show Link how sincere and how sweet and well-motivated you are.
That is not why I came out here.
You better watch out for this girl, because she's got a bag of tricks. She'll make you like her. She'll make you try to help her. And then one day you'll look at her. Wish you'd never set eyes on her. As I do. Good night. Bye.
I overheard some of what she said. I'm sorry.
Don't be. A lot of what she said was true.